So last but not the least, we have Pauli as a patent attorney. So no matter what your research is, no matter how good your product is, if there's no patent protection, all your time invested and money invested will go in vain. So we welcome Pauli as our final speaker. Pauli, please.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Fong. I'm Pauli, and I'm a principal and a Chinese patent attorney at Eagle IP. So let me briefly introduce our firm. We are a patent specialist firm based in Hong Kong, and we have a unique mix of US and Chinese patent practitioners. So to our local clients, we are experienced in advising the global IP strategies and advising on the cross-border issues. So I have a biotech background gained from Hong Kong U, and then I also gained a rich portfolio of technical and laboratory experience from CK Life Sciences, which is one of the largest life science company in Hong Kong, and for around 10 years before I joined Eagle IP. So right now I'm overseeing our drafting team, and I love working with our Hong Kong innovators, advising their IP strategies and helping them to build up their IP portfolios to meet their business needs. And just in case you don't know what is a patent attorney, we are actually a legal profession specialized in patent law and can represent you to act before the specific patent office. So actually, we are different professions from lawyers. So I don't think I need to talk about how important IP is to you. But I would like to spend a little bit of time to tell you, to discuss what IP challenges we are facing now. First of all, I think to healthcare companies, we are actually encompassing cross-disciplinary areas. Therefore, we have to get the IP knowledge in multiple fields. This is very crucial. For example, if your inventions or your projects or products involve naturally occurring substances, there may be a lot of patentability subject matter issues. If you are into the diagnostic area, there may be other issues. A lot of these kind of things, and especially in pharmaceutical areas, there are a lot of other IP issues that you need to be aware. And if your inventions involve human private data, big data, AI, software, then there are a lot of specific IP issues in these specific areas that you need IP experts in that area to advise you. The second thing is I think we also have to encompass cross-border issues. As a Hong Kong company or sit in the GBA area, if you have the IP knowledge in these multiple jurisdictions, that will be great. As you know, patents are territorial. That means if you want to have a certain global protection, you need to file in every single jurisdiction you want. Not only that, because patent laws in different jurisdictions are actually different, that's why you need a very experienced patent practitioners to help you to draft a specification that can be prosecuted globally. And then, besides the patent laws differences, there are also a lot of other areas. For example, technology export control laws. As you may know or may not know, China and the US and many other countries has very strict technology export control laws. So especially if your inventions are completed in multiple areas, you have to be aware of these potential issues. Not only that, because the patent laws are different, the meaning of inventorship and your ownership of your IP laws may be different. Especially these days, a lot of the innovators may have different companies or R&D centers at different areas. If they co-invent together, then there will be a lot of serious issues about the ownership of the IP flow. So there's no one single answer here. So what I'm like to tell you is, yeah, you need to consult IP expert in these cross-border issues. So the takeaway is you have to build up your IP strategies that can align with your business strategy. And if your business strategy needs to be revised, your IP strategies, it also needs to be revised at the same time. So how to do it? I'm sure every startups, you will understand your technologies, understand your business. You have to have your own business strategies, right? So based on these things, you can think about or search for experts to help you to identify your potential IPs and evaluate the IP values here. And then you can formulate your IP strategies, when to file, where to file, and what to file. So if you are a startup company, I would strongly advise you to consult IP experts at the very early stage to help you to build up at least the initial IP strategies. Also, it's always very important to set up your IP budget. So tell your investors not only about your patent application number, but demonstrate IP strategies and tell them why you need the budget to protect your IP. And another thing is about the make good use of government funding. Yeah, there are lots of them. I just only explain a little bit about the PAG. Because we have a lot of many years of experience helping our startup, our local clients to apply for the PhD funding. It's basically a Hong Kong government funding, and if you are a Hong Kong company or Hong Kong person, if you have never owned patents before when you file the PhD application, and there are a lot of other requirements. Basically, you may be eligible to apply for the funding, and they will support you the first invention, and then they will have maximum of around 250,000 Hong Kong dollars. And then the rest of it, you still need to pay for around 10%. So there are two links here. I'm sure you just type PhD and you will find a lot of this information. So basically the process can be short or very long, depends on if you are skillful to apply for it. Basically, you will need to submit the application, and then the Hong Kong PC will do the formality review for you. And then the ITC will do the search and technical assessment. They will basically, besides you submit the application form, you need to submit your claims and description of your invention. So they will, based on that, to do a search, usually with the Chinese Patent Office, which is the lowest cost option. And then based on the search report, they will continue to do the technical assessment. They will do the face-to-face interview with the inventors. And then if the search report is unfavorable, they may need you to contact with a third party to obtain a favorable third party opinion. And then after all these things are satisfied, they will give you approval on the PhD. And at that time, you can use that 250K to support your patent applications, including drafting, filing, prosecution. So there's it's just an example, yeah. So basically, case by it will be different, but case by case. But if a startup have started their initial R&D, they may contact us and do the initial consultation first. And then if it is okay, we may help them to draft a few claims and help them to finish the description and then file a US provisional to at least secure an early filing date first. And then at the same time, because we already have a specification, we can use that to apply for the PhD funding. So at least they can have their first application pending. And then if the PhD application is moved, usually will be granted within a few months. And then if their R&D going on, then more new information or additional data to be incorporated. And then at that time, before the 12-month deadline, we can use the PhD money to support, to do the full drafting and wrap up the entire specification, add all those additional details, data, and then we can help them to file the subsequent patent applications. Depending on the strategies, we advise them. They may be able to file a PCT, they may be able to file directly in certain jurisdictions they want. And then they can show the products, they can sell it, and then they can file more national phase entry in the other jurisdictions they want. So this is only an example. So this is some cost estimate for this example of PhD strategies. We can help them if we assume that they can give us a decent write-ups for their invention. If we just touch up a little bit and help them to draft a few claims, then the cost can be very low. And then we help them to file the US provisional. And then if they want us to help them to answer the technical questions and guide them to fill in the forms and etc., we can charge them a small admin fee. And then Hong Kong PC will also need to you to submit some fees for the technical assessment fee. And if the search report is unfavorable, as I mentioned before, you may have additional costs. And after the PhD is approved, you need to do the 10% contribution. Yeah. So this is the rough cost estimates. So that's all for my presentation. And yeah, feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Pauli.
Sure.
Very exciting, very informative talk. And thank you to all our speakers. I'm sure you have a very informative night tonight. And if there's any further question, please put in the chat box and we'll answer them.